Chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Now, I chose this verse for my stewardship talk for many reasons, two of which I'm going to share with you now. When I was a middle schooler here in Sunday school, Mildred Mahegan was my teacher. Lots of us had her. And one day, we all got on the topic of fearing God. Well, Miss Mahegan promptly sat us all down and explained that she didn't believe God wanted us to fear him, but he wanted us to respect him, like you respect your father. She told us that she never was scared of her daddy, but she always respected him. So that image of a daddy stuck in my mind. The other reason I chose this verse is because it's the philosophy Brandon and I have on parenting. Having said that, let's talk about parents and kids. Daddy Bruce asked me to do this. I didn't want to do it. I'm doing it. Hi, Bruce, I'm here. I'm terribly out of my comfort zone. But I'm doing this because I respect the fact that Bruce thought I could do it. Now, parenting and stewardship go hand in hand in my mind. Parents ask kids all the time to do things. It may be feed the dog, clean a bedroom, and I would venture to say that it's often met with grumbles. Well, God asks us to do things too that we don't want to do. And when we join his church, he asks us to do 4 things. He wants our prayers, our presence, our gifts, and our service. So let's talk. Well, Hilldale has an amazing group of prayer warriors. So I think we have a great church in that area, and we do a great job. There's so many examples of the power of prayer in this congregation. And if you don't know of one, ask somebody. Anybody who's been here a little while can give you an example. Our children and youth lead prayers willingly, without hesitation, and give some of the most sincere prayers you'll ever hear, because we're training up our children. God wants our presence. He wants to see everyone involved in his church, and there's opportunities here for everybody. If you haven't found your niche, you're not looking hard enough, because there's something for everybody. We have a huge children and youth population, and they're here in God's house because we're training up our children. God wants our gifts. He wants us to give first to him. Now, I can't tell you that Brandon and I tithe, because we don't. We've steadily increased our pledge, and we're working towards that goal. But I can tell you that we always give an offering, and I've watched our children and youth do the same. And why are they doing it? Because they've been taught, because we're training up our children. God wants our service. There's a way in this church that everybody can participate in our stewardship ministry. If you can give a hug, if you can write a note, if you can sing, if you can pray, or if you just love to see the curiosity and the wonder in a child's eye when they discover something new, then you can participate in this ministry. Volunteer to be with our children or youth, say a prayer, sing in the choir, give a hug, be a greeter. Personally, I prefer to work with the children, and I spent my summer with our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade children, and it was an amazing experience. I got to watch them grow and learn how to use their Bibles, and by the end of the summer, they were looking up their own scriptures. They didn't need me to do that, and they had memorized 3 substantially long Bible verses. And they did it because they had some great moms and dads that helped them that were training up their children. So my challenge to you is this. Find a way to participate in the stewardship ministry. Money is important, but so is your service. And if you look, you can find your way to help train up the children of Hilldale.